much, now I'm swallowed.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Zeno. Welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be a Ryoma gameplay, as you can see, but I didn't record until the very ending of the draft, so first off, if you guys don't want to be listening to the draft and why I picked Ryoma, you can just skip to the time that you see on the screen. I'm going to probably put it in a little information card at the top right of your screen. Just go click on that. But if you do want to hear on the reasons why I did pick this Ryoma in this tournament setting, it's because that they picked an Aram. Not really much for any other reason. Honestly, Ryoma's pretty weak this meta in the jungle, in my opinion anyways. He can do very well invading, and that's why exactly what we're going to be going over. We just invade spam this entire game. And, versus Aram, you really need a Ryoma in the jungle, unless you're not an ADC, and of course we do have Hayate on my team. We were considering going double ADC, I go Lindis or something, and then Neo is on Hayate, but we decided on me just going Ryoma, because of course that is just such a good counter to Aram. It gives our level 1 such a great boost of damage that the Aram just cannot take advantage of, because you really have to worry about, is this Aram just going to run to our buff 4 or 5 team members and there's nothing we can do about it? That's a real concern in a tournament setting, and that's something we did have to consider, which is the reason why we did pick this Ryoma. And yeah, you're going to see that since we did pick a level 1 heavy comp, with the Ryoma, you have to focus on invading. You cannot let the game go late game when you are on Ryoma, because all the ADCs, they're just going to one-shot you, and you're never going to be able to reach their backline without instantly dying. You can see here that we are focused on getting this blue. They do have a lot of people here. Both side laners are here, to be exact. The Crest and the Caphony, as well as the Arms. That's both side laners here. You can see our level 1 is extremely strong, though. We're pushing them back. Caphony and Crest are running away. You can see here Arms. So we're just going to slow her with our passive and just slowly run away with her. While our team is managing to get the blue buff, we are just kiting these guys away, making sure they're low enough. I can see that KO is doing this camp, so I'm just going to use my stun, get it with my punish, and I don't want to leech the mid lane here. I was thinking too into the game. I cannot leech the wave that early as badly as I wanted to reach level 2. I just can't, so I need to just go back into my jungle and get that started. We are very slow behind, of course, but you have to consider that now the Darcy has no blue buff. I do save my stun here, guys. You can see that I do not have punish up, so I was saving it just in case his arm wanted to come and invade me. And I'm going to leave that camp at the bottom right, as you can see, the one at the very end of my jungle clear. I didn't want to run all the way back just to clear that. I figured, since I'm so late in my jungle clear, I can't afford to lose any more time, so I just need to cut my losses and forget that one camp. We can't be 15-20 seconds later to the mid fight when all we can do is just leave the camp. You can see anyways, we're already level 4 and we haven't even collected 2 camps. A little bit of a thing going on. You can see here I pre-order the boots because I don't want to go straight to my 3rd tier jungle item. I can see they're just fighting this, Illumia. So I'm just going to go and clear the mid wave for this Hayate. We do want to be getting ready to invade, but we also do want to start this dragon. Of course, it is leeched out. That was well played by the enemy team, but they couldn't really do much besides leeching it out one time. You can see that we are starting it now. It would go a little bit faster if my team helped, but yeah, since we are such an early game comp, like I said, we're just going to save our stun here and then instantly punish. It's just like a Violet ult combo where you just are able to secure that dragon at such a high HP. We can't really chase them down, so of course, like I said, we're just going to go straight to the blue. We're able to not get the kill onto Darcy there. I'm surprised I didn't even get the kill on there, but this is exactly what you want to be doing on a Ryoma comp. You can see here that we did it pretty well. We hit 2 camps with our 2nd skill and also with our 1st skill, just saving a lot of time. And of course, time is what we need right now because we are just all over the place. This is what you need to be doing when you're on Ryoma in these competitive matches. Like, this was a pretty sweaty game by us, although we know this isn't a very great team on the enemy side. We kind of took it pretty seriously anyways, but they're not too bad. I'm just going to stop talking now because I don't know if any of them watched this video, and I don't want to seem insulted. They're an okay team. They were in last Valor series, but definitely not like one of the top 3 or anything. But yeah, this is just something you need to be doing when you're on Ryoma. You always need to be invading the enemy jungle, just doing the dragons. You have the level 1 presence. You need to be abusing that. Darcy has much more damage in the late game. So we have that advantage in the jungle. We have arrow advantage over Kresh. Everything about us is just so early game. You can see here I actually missed my stun, but the Darcy still uses his ult to get away. And if you noticed, of course, he has no blue buff. So that ultimate cooldown is probably 40, 50 seconds without blue. You can see here that this arm was going to run up to us, but we just used our passive, slow her down with our red buff, and just the passive slow. We were able to kill. I'm telling my team right now, Darcy no ult, and that really can relieve a lot of stress from this. We can be a lot more aggressive, as you're seeing, because we know we cannot get sucked back to eat a ton of damage from the Darcy. Now I said that, okay, it might be up because we were here for a while since we just chased him down. But we're just waiting for the buff to spawn, of course, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take it. I'm being a bit too aggressive here versus this Caffney. You can see Arm ults me, but it's a bit too late because the Caffney didn't even want to move up. She was afraid of my team just running up and killing her. At this point, you can see there's a little bit going on at top. I don't even know what's happening, but I'm just going to be going and taking Dragon because, again, all you have to be doing early game on Ryoma is securing a lead for you and your team. As soon as you're able to do that early game, then you just have to hope that your ADC, or in this case, Neo, can carry you in the late game. I would say like up until 8 minutes, 9, 10 minutes, around there, that's when you start to fall off and your ADC is just going to start shining from the amazing position you've been putting them in through all the game. You can see again, I'm standing like always at this abyssal side. Something you always just want to be doing. Not only are we invading one side specifically, you can see right now I'm not really worried about invading the red. I'm just sticking to invading one side, controlling one objective, which is a dragon. Not even really focused on pushing the tower. I just know that we're getting a slow but steady gold lead right now in kills, in dragons, in buffs. Just everything is starting to go into our lead here. We already have an insane amount of pressure on the map. You can see that Illumia ended there, very low HP. We're trying to see if we can get a pick there, but of course we're not able to, so we're not going to waste any more time just standing there. Just going to go and push this tower down. We now need to be getting ready for the blue buff, which is about to spawn. You can see I'm not even going to focus on the tower because I know that they can't defend that. The Illumia had to go back, so we're just going to go straight to this blue buff, get us set up for that. Again, just every single time always being back at this blue buff. You can see that the arm tried to stop me from getting to their Caffney, so I'm just going to use my passive, slow her down, second skill, and she cannot do anything. You can see I hesitated there with the second skill stun, so the Illumia was able to get away. Unfortunately, I hesitated pretty hard there. We were able to kill Caffney. Kresh able to land a nice stun. Tried to kill him too with my pinwheel, but excuse me, so very sorry. Still sick, guys. I don't even know. This is the longest sickness ever. But you can see that Neo is still able to pick up the kill there. And now I have like a pretty niche and small tip for you guys. But look at this. Passive into second skill, but the passive does no damage, guys. Only the second skill did any damage. There was only one tick, and that was from the second skill. You have to be very cautious about doing this. You cannot use your skills that fast to mitigate the casting time of your passive. I do this a lot. You know, I'll try to mesh them into just one skill. Sometimes you can get it very close and it will actually work. But you have to leave a little bit of room between each skill. You can't just be instantly using your passive, then instantly using your second skill. It's just going to only register your second skill damage. If any of you didn't know that, well, now you know, because it is a pretty big deal, not even going to lie. Here you can see that they're all clumped up around mid. I'm looking like I want to fight, to be honest. You can see, again, all of them are just around mid. I'm going to pinwheel over this wall, going to use my ultimate, use my stun, and look at all that damage, guys. I can't even go over this without the slow-mo. We need to bring that in, boys. Let me go and get this slow-mo really quick. So going to pinwheel over the wall, stun them, use passive, then instantly just use ult on like 3 people. Look at that Thane. Oh my god. Neo instantly CC'd, then he gets arm ulted. Neo did nothing that fight. This was literally a 2v1 by me and Veg. Look at this. Stun, passive, destroys her. Try to pinwheel into her, but we did not get the cooldown reduction. That was an absolute 2v5. I got a triple kill. Veg got a double. Literally a 2v5. The others probably did 5% damage in that fight. I don't even think KO on Errol did any. I don't even think he was in that fight. But yeah, KZ, or excuse me, Neo must have been pretty upset on that Hayate. He ate a Illumia stun to the face, and then while he was stunned, he got arm ulted. Arm seems to be proving as a very good counter to Neo right now on the Hayate. And yeah, that was just an amazing fight by us, honestly. That we were able to deal such good amounts of damage. Really, we didn't even have Omni Arms there, and I'm going to be showing you guys an example of this game. The power of the Omni Arms. You can see we just get the blue buff at this point, but really we have their entire jungle on lockdown in the first 8 minutes. Exactly what I was talking to you about, guys. First 8 minutes, you want to be living in their jungle until you get complete control like this. Now it's your ADC's turn to just flip the switch and start destroying. Look at that HP, guys. Look at the HP of that Darcy, just gone. You can see a lot of fighting going on here. Not even really much to commentate about. This is just a war zone. But you can see how early in that fight that is picked off that Darcy completely. That's the power of Omni Arms. This is the reason why I switched from Frost Cape to Omni Arms. You see the amount of burst damage you can get with this passive. I'm about to show you guys a clip. You guys are literally not even going to believe how much raw damage you're able to do. So look, pinwheel, stun, passive. Oh my god. And if you can see with the slow-mo, she actually messes up her flicker. But look at this. 50% of her HP gone. One hit. Not even a skill, a passive. That killed her. 50% HP. Are you kidding me? On top of that, she missed her flicker anyways. You can see I actually get Darcy ulted here, and I'm pretty scared. But we took no damage. You kidding me? We took like 1k health. I think it's because, yeah, we have a piece of magic resistance already. That little belt thing, I forgot what it's called. That gives us some HP back whenever we take damage. We're building up to Medallion of Troy here. Of course, we do need to start building some armor. Because like I said, around 10 minutes, 9 minutes, we're going to be scaling off, and that's a time where we need to be playing a bit more defensively. Can't really be doing much. Just let our own team now do all the work for us. Now that we carried in that one team fight, it's time for my team to carry me in another. You can see here we're able to poke out this arm. She flickers. Or no, she doesn't flicker. She heals. Thinking about pinwheeling into there, just trying. I probably should have pinwheeled sooner, but I hesitated. That was a very big deal that I should not have pinwheeled into them. You can see, I see this Caffeine. 1 HP, guys, no. And look at her HP. She's just skyrocketing up. I didn't even realize while I was playing that her HP was just slowly rising. It's because she built first item, Bow of Slaughter. She literally just pew, 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 full HP. I was like, what? I mean, not like it would have mattered. We weren't able to kill her anyways. The arm did a good job. But honestly, I did kind of hesitate. I was thinking about pinwheeling over the wall there, as you guys saw me about to cast the skill. You can see KZ here trying to sit, but he actually misses his stun. He uses like only one of his AoEs on the Darcy, which is the reason why he lived. I tried to call KZ out on that, and he was like, no, I didn't miss, but you did, buddy. I'll send you the link to this video after. Sorry about it. No, I'm just kidding with KZ. Not about the part with the link, though. I'm definitely going to link this to him, just to flame him. But, yeah, you could just see that I did get a bit greedy, but also I hesitated, so there was a lot to work on in that fight. By the way, I also missed my pinwheel over the wall there. That was pretty disgusting. Should have edited it out, but too late. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, just getting my blue buff now. At this point, really, like I said, I'm scaling off. Like, you know, I've hit old age on Ryoma pretty much. The amount of damage that Caffeine is going to be doing to me is not even going to be funny. So I really can't walk up to her without dying. It's really up to my team. I'm basically a frontline killer. I can just poke down Aram and slow her to death. But besides that, I really have no purpose in this match, in my opinion, besides just being a frontline abuser. You can see Crash here just trying to clear waves, so I want to fight him a bit. Going to use my passive, slow him, use my full chain, and yeah, we did a pretty nice amount of damage. He was left at like 50% HP there. You can see that Darcy uses his ult, so of course I'm just going to chase him and make him run back to his ulti. You can see again I hesitated a bit with my second skill, but we were able to force Darcy to go back to his ult. It was nice on us to realize that we have to not hit this arm here because it did stun KZ. Now you can see that Errol, oh my god, KO was just doing such amazing work this fight. He probably like 1v5 as hard as I did that first fight. Just completely messed everybody up, and in the blink of an eye, they're all dead. I wish I could give you guys a better angle, but I was just not in a good position that fight to really do anything. So honestly, there wasn't much action except for on KO's side. I remember him like going off, and it like big axes, like a war zone of like huge second skill axis coming down. But yeah, GG. Nothing too glamorous in the second half of that game, but you could just see that one fight just completely monstrous, and not even about the fighting, just the play style, always invading their buffs on the timer, guys. That's something Ryoma could even do alone, really, just always going to their buff. Or, guys, if you're just soloing, just ping rally. You would be surprised how much more people would respond to your pinging if you just did that. Or even type to, like, blue up, come with me, or support follow me if you're solo. But if you have friends, this could be an amazing strategy. Just always invading buff to buff to buff to buff to buff. Not even both buffs, just blue buff dragon, blue buff dragon, blue buff dragon, and then you slowly get ahead and ahead by that. They're just an unstoppable snowball at 8 minutes that they cannot even do anything about you because you pushed your early game advantage so hard. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this unique AOV strategy of invading, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow in the next guide or tonight in the next stream. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out.